Hey everybody, welcome back to another 1989 Honda Prelude Si video. Well, in continuation of my walk around series, the Prelude's the next on the list. So this car I've owned for approximately 5 years, and this one I really love. I've always liked Preludes. So there's an entire video playlist on this particular car, and I will link it in the description and probably also in one of the cards. So check it out, lots of videos in that. Pretty much everything I've done to this car will be shown in the videos. So this particular one I got from the original family who bought it here in the San Diego area. So definitely no rust on this car. And it did come with the a couple of interesting options. One being the visor, the rear spoiler with integrated LED right there. Also came with the factory EQ, and also rear mud guards. So this car, for those of you that are pretty familiar with these Preludes, you will notice that this one I have painted the black moldings white and also the mirrors, because in 1989 the option of all white or all body color did not exist, but I've always liked the look of a white car with white moldings and white wheels. So very easy to paint those, and they can obviously be changed back to matte black if I or one of the future owners decides that they don't like it, but I do like it. So these are Integra meshes, LS mesh wheels, I believe, and they fit right on there perfectly. I put these on several years ago when I put some tires on it, and the H logo in the middle is a decal, a red decal from eBay, easy to get. Oh, I also added the front lip or front spoiler is also an Integra version. It's aftermarket, of course, but I cannot remember if it's from Gen 1 or Gen 2. But again, there's a video of that in the playlist. So this car does have intact fog lights. One of those was broken when I first got the car, it was cracked, and so I replaced it. And I just plasti dipped the H black just because I thought it matched a little bit better. So it's chrome under there, but it's been that way for years and I really like it. Going around the car, as you can see, it's actually in really good shape, with the exception of the mirrors and the moldings and the top part of this door and the other door. It's all original paint from 1989. And when I got the car, the top half of this door as well as the other door had been repainted. I'm not sure why. I don't know if someone tried to maybe break into the car, although there's really no evidence of that. But I ended up getting some paint matched, and I ended up spraying these top parts myself. So the finish on the doors is not 100% perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. Power antenna does work. I have replaced it twice. Once because, well, actually both times because I broke it. I broke the mast. So, did have the windows tinted. I just like the way it looks. The muffler has been replaced. It does not have a performance muffler. It's got, I don't remember what name brand that is, to be honest with you, but it's pretty much one of the only pre-made mufflers out there, and it was replaced simply because it was rotten. Too much moisture, and was not stainless from the factory, so had to replace it. I did end up painting the SI red. This gives it, just makes it stand out just a little bit. Fake cell phone antenna on there, and I'll show you inside. I've got an actual cell phone. Of course, it doesn't work, but it's just for show purposes for Radwood. Got my cassettes, the glasses right there from the 80s, Rubik's Cube. When I got the car, the floor mats were pretty worn out. They were original, but they were beyond repair, so I had some Lloyd's mats made, and we put a kind of a stainless steel heel plate on there just to prevent it from wearing. So as you can see, the interior upholstery is actually in really good shape. No rips, no tears on the seat. It's coming through maybe a little purple on camera, but in real life it's black or gray, or I'm not sure what color it's supposed to be. We'll go with like a black, I guess. Power windows in the car work. I did add a keyless entry when I first got the car, and that still works. Again, there's a video of that. You can't see it. It's just when you lock the doors with the remote or manually, they both lock and unlock. So that's a nice feature to have. I do have my coveted clock door right there. The car came with that. I was super happy to see that. As far as mileage, let's see, 232,538 miles. All the lights work, all the dash works, stereo, the cassette player works. One thing that does not work is the air conditioning. It did work when I got the car. And then the compressor went out, replaced the compressor, and it worked again for about a day. Come to find out there is a slow leak in one of the lines. So in order to get that repaired, I'd have to have the line pretty much specially made at this point, but it's not that big of a deal because of where I live, it doesn't get super humid. So let's take a look at the engine bay. Here under the hood, I apologize, the sun's a little harsh this time of day, but I'd like to keep it clean. It's pretty much all original, no cold air intake or any of that crap on this. Doesn't belong in this kind of car. And the valve cover, I did refinish that back when I first got the car with the wrinkle finish. Looks great. It's actually held up for the last 5 years. Absolutely no issues. I did hand paint the red on there. Of course, it would have been unpainted silver or aluminum just like the rest. But so far, so good. Headlights work, no problem. I don't know if the cruise control works. I don't think I've ever used it. Did replace the battery a couple times in the last 5 years, mainly just because the car sits, but I have since learned to put this on a trickle charger, so I plug it in when I know the car's gonna sit for more than a week or so. Here at the front, I have LED headlights. These are, let's see, Truck Light brand. Mostly made for like, you know, Jeep, YJ Wranglers, or Chevy trucks, or anything that would have the 5x7 headlight capsule in it. But these work really well. I know they're pretty expensive for what they are, but definitely happy with them. Oh, and I did convert. These are HIDs in the fog lights in a 2700K, I think, just so they're kind of yellow. I want them to be yellow on purpose. I have them switched where I can use them as daytime running lights if I want. Has all the under hood labels. This one's kind of in poor shape, but I don't know of anywhere you can get that. If anybody knows, let me know. Vacuum routing. The original catalyst sticker. This is a California car with California emissions. Back when they used to differentiate between California emissions and non-California emission cars. I've of course done, you know, fluids and stuff like that since I've had the car. As far as time goes, this car's definitely ready for a timing belt. So that's something I'll have to do sooner rather than later. And I'll go ahead and pop the trunk and the fuel. The fuel door added, I've got a video on this. I'll show you. Go ahead and add the fuel cap right there. No rust. I know that that's a common problem with these cars. They develop rust there, but thankfully none on mine. Here in the trunk, do you have a fire extinguisher installed? Because it's an old car, you never know when you're going to need it. Some stuff for car shows. Got a chair. I have an old powered subwoofer that is no longer hooked up. I should probably just take it out of the car. All the carpets in place, spare tire, everything. Everything's in really good shape. I did paint this red to match the SI. The car is not lowered, obviously. Still has its factory stance, which is pretty high, especially by modern standards, but I have no intentions of lowering this car. With the sunroof does work. Like I mentioned, it's got the I guess the wind guard or whatever you call that. The rain guard, whatever you want to call it. Those are very, very difficult to find. This car, I think, has always had it. So it's about all I can think of. Let me know if you have any questions. Definitely check out all the videos in the playlist. And this is a car that just keeps on going. Been to Radwood a few times. So let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.